Wow. Good evening, good evening, everybody, and welcome. And thank you so much for taking your time out to joining the Global Power 7 Voices. I forgot our title then. So we're missing a guest, as you can see at the moment, but he is due to come on very shortly. So we are the 7 Global Power Voices. And we have got a message for you today, this evening. So I'm going to give you some tips. First of all, what you need to do for this evening's session is get yourself a drink, get yourself a pen and some paper, a pad. Relax, because you are going to be entertained for the next hour. Today we are talking about stand up and grow. What does that mean to you? To me, it's all about what is it you want to achieve in life? What do you want to grab? What do you want to do with your life? And why are you not doing it? We have got the Global Power Voices, like I've just told you, and we are all going to tell you our, what's the word? I forgot my word. We're going to tell you our message. We're going to inspire you with our messages to stand up tall and grow. Don't stop yourself. The only person who's stopping you from doing you, you got it. It's you. So stand tall and grow. Don't be scared. Don't be fearful. Use your fear as your fuel. So, are we ready? Are you ready to be entertained by the Global Power Voices this evening? Our first speaker, wow. Amazing, amazing, amazing woman. She is a motivational speaker, an inspirational speaker. She's an author. Beverly Smith, she has been a pharmacist for over 28 years. Wow. And now she has changed her, is it life? Well, she stood up, she's standing up tall and growing, achieving what she wants to do in life. She's a personal development coach. And Beverly is here this evening to give us her interpretation, that's the word, of stand tall and grow. Over to you, Beverly. Yay!
Hi, good evening. Welcome. So privileged that you've taken the time to come to be with us, just to hear what words we may sow into your life to be able to motivate you, inspire you, and empower you to move into all that is for you. Stand tall and grow. Stand tall and grow. Just close your eyes right now and think about those words. Stand tall and grow. Right now, think about where you're at and say to yourself, am I standing tall? And if I'm standing, can I stand taller? What is it I can see? Can I grow? What do we mean? Grow. Most of us here, we're adults. What we're talking about is your mindset. Growth mindset. Abundance. Being blessed. Receiving everything that God has for you. I love the beach. I'm happiest when I'm at the beach. While your eyes are closed, think of the beachside. The me perfect beach is turquoise waters, crystal clear, sun gleaming down, and sun, sea, and sand. Let me take you along with me, walking along that beach. And imagine, you can open your eyes now, and imagine as you're walking along, you see a little boy and he's kneeling down. And you're looking to see, what is he doing? And by the side of him, you see this huge pile. You're not quite sure what. You're thinking stones initially. And you see him. And he's throwing. And he's throwing them. And he's throwing them. And as he's throwing them, you can see a man walking up to him. And the man's having a conversation. You're really inquisitive. You're thinking, what's he saying? So you go nearer and you're listening to this conversation. And you hear the man saying to the boy, and the boy's throwing. And you hear this man say to him, what are you doing, little boy? Come away from the seashore. Come away from that. It's dangerous. You'll get hurt. The little boy's not listening. He's continuing and he's throwing and he's throwing. And the man goes up to him, takes off his own coat because he doesn't want to get it wet, takes off his shoes and he grabs the boy and he pulls him away from the seashore. And the little boy is struggling and pulling and he's trying to get back. And the man saying, no, there's no point. There's no point. He says, I've got to keep going. And the little boy manages to pull away and he gets down on his knees. And this time, instead of just one hand, it's his other hand too. And he's grabbing. And when you look closer, you think you can see what he's actually throwing into the sea. It's starfish. There's a huge pile of starfish, an overwhelming amount of starfish by his side. But he's throwing. And he has a sense of urgency. And he has a sense of purpose. And he's throwing them. And the man is saying to him, goes up to him again, grabs him again, tries to pull him away and says, it's just no point. You're just not going to be able to get all those starfish in there. What are you doing? Come away, you could hurt yourself. It's just no point. You're not going to make a difference. But the little boy, you hear him say, okay, I might not be able to get all these starfish in, but it's going to make a difference to that one, and a difference to that one, and a difference to that one. And surely enough, you see the man kneel by the little boy's side, and he goes, yeah, come on. And before you know it, they're all, both of them, throwing the starfish in. And the pile is still huge, it's still overwhelming, but he's going, yeah, and make a difference to that one, and that one, and that one. Now you are walking by, you have heard this. What would you do? What are you saying to yourself? Do you go up? Do you grab a starfish and you throw one in two? Or do you try to talk sense to them? Think about that question. What would you do? What would you say? Bring yourself to this setting where we are right now. Yesterday, someone said to me, oh, Bev, you're too positive. You're too happy. Why don't you see that it's real? Be a realist. Can't you see what's happening on the news? Can't you see what's happened over there? Why are you so happy? And why are you just carrying on? Because I tell you what, I feel fabulous. Because despite all the odds, I am daring to live my dream. I believe I'm standing up and I'm growing. I know I'm growing because when I look where I was, I know I'm not there. I'm not where I want to get to, but I know I'm not where I was. What would I say? What did I say to this person? What did I say? Did I start to feel down? it started to come. I started to think. But I thought, no, because there was a time during the unprecedented times that is happening. There was a time when I was watching every bit of news clip, every bit of this or that, or what was being said, constant negative news. Someone said it is CNN. And I tell you what, I was going down and down and down and down until I fell down. I actually fell down. But Les Brown says if you fall down, make sure you land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. And I got up and I refocused on what was good. The book of life says, whatever is good, whatever is kind, whatever is noble, whatever is of good report, fill yourself, think on these things. What you focus on is what you become. What you focus on is what you become. So I would encourage you, think about, what is it that I want to do? What is it that I would say? And if you were to put yourself back on the beach next to that chap, that little boy and that man, to me, I'm that person saying, getting down too and saying, yeah, let me help you make a difference. So for now, Christmas is just around the corner. Charles Dickens, he's got that book. It was the best of times. It is the worst of times. I would say it's how you're going to look at things, how you're going to interpret things, how you're going to make things happen and be for you. Christmas 2021 is just around the corner. I encourage you to think of what your next best version of yourself would be. Set some goals. Put that in front of you. And whatever is good, whatever is kind, whatever is noble, whatever is of good report, think on those things. Each one of us, we have greatness within us. We have greatness within us. You, me, we have greatness within us. And I see that like a flame, like a light burning brightly. Yes, the dark can come, but imagine yourself in a room full of darkness and you strike a little match. That little light lights the way, lights all around it. The dark and light, they're not equal and opposite. They are not. The light that we have within us can make a difference as we encounter another person. Shine your light today. Stand up. Let yourself grow. Let yourself go. And as you prepare for 2021, go for it. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Beverly, wow, fantastic. What a beautiful speech. I mean, shine your light. Wow, I love that. The best version. What is your best version of you? The best and the worst times. Wow, yeah. 2021. Are you shining your light? What have you taken from that speech? Because I'm like, yeah, I closed my eyes and I saw myself there on the beach, just loving it, just living my best life. When are you going to start living yours? What a fantastic speech, Beverly. Thank you so much for that motivation, that inspiration, powerful message. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, guys, I know you know that that was a brilliant speech. And we're not over yet. That was only our first speaker. We have got more speakers to come. Wow, that was entertaining. And our next speaker is Valerie Campbell. So let me tell you a little bit about Valerie, first of all. So Valerie used to live here in cold England, and she now lives in Ghana, where she's been for the last 3 years, on and off. And she used to work for social services And now she is a motivational, inspirational speaker, and she is here to inspire us. So please, a big woo, 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 woo for Valerie. Valerie, please take the stage.
Yay. Thank you. Good evening, everybody, and thank you again for joining us this evening. Today we're talking about stand tall and grow. Firstly, I want to share with you, not one drop of your self-worth depends on anybody's opinion or acceptance of you. It's all about you, how you see yourself and what you tell yourself. Let me share this with you. Imagine you're about to be told something that makes you question how everybody sees you, something that smacks you right in the face, something that only makes you think about your self-worth, but also whether or not your career is actually built on sinking sand. So I was at home, I was actually off sick. And I'm at home, minding my own business. There's a knock on the door. I'm not expecting anybody. I'm not up to having visitors. The door knocks again. Okay, I have to get the door. I go to get the door, I let the people in. I say the people, it's the top management from my workplace. A man and woman have come unannounced to my house. I let them in. I allow them in my living room. I look at them, they look at me. The lady begins to start talking, but all I could hear was blah, 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 blah. I switched off. Blah, 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 blah. I'm still switched off until something she said caught my attention. She said, Valerie, I'm going to tell you what your problem is in the workplace. Boom, I'm back. My problem. She said this, and at the time, the hairs on my arms stand up. My mouth becomes dry, and my heart beats like a drum. I have no idea what this woman is about to say. I looked at her. She continues, yes, your problem in the workplace. Okay, I get comfortable for this. She says it's the way you look, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you're assertive, the way you're popular, and because you're black. What? Because you're black, and I know how you feel because I have a dual heritage child. Oh, I mean, how would that make you feel? I felt like a puppy with no new home. I felt sad. Now, the meeting quickly came to an end right at that point. I politely asked them to leave. Now, two things stuck with me. Firstly, how is a woman who's not black able to tell me what it's like to be black? And secondly, why is it that my color of being black impacts on my workplace, how everybody else sees me? There's a word for it. It's called institutional racism. A couple of days after that, soon went into months. And within that time, I hit rock bottom. I suffered isolation. I suffered depression. I went through an addiction, all because of what these people said to me. Now, it was obviously at that time, I started to think that my position in the workplace was, I couldn't stay in the workplace. So after these weeks and months of hitting rock bottom, I decided to listen to a few inspirational speakers. I listened to Les Brown, to name one of a few that I listened to. And I started to think to myself, what is it that's stopping me from leaving that place? Because after all, by that time, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. Then I started thinking, and I'm sure many of you will know this, I started thinking about where the richest place on earth was, the grave. Because the grave is a place where People go with ideas for books, businesses, projects, many things like that. It made me think that it was fear that was actually stopping me from moving forward. I mean, fear. False evidence appearing real. We can't see fear. You can't touch fear, but it's there. Fear will tell you, no, you can't. You shouldn't. You won't. Are you having a laugh? Really? Lies, lies, lies. But we start to listen to these lies. We get scared of things we can't do, and then we get scared of things we can do. Then I believe we listen to everybody else and wonder what so-and-so will think or what so-and-so will do, where really it's your call. It's your call. So after deciding it was time for me to move on, I mean, after all, I'm told I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm told I'm loved. I'm told I can do anything. I'm told the good Lord will spur me on. So why am I listening to everybody else? So I decided to leave. But I left after going through a process where I was able to reinstate my professional name as a social worker. I was a qualified social worker of 16 years. Now, there are things that people will throw at you. They will push you, pull you, do all things to stop you moving forward. You have to believe in yourself, because sometimes the only positive thing you hear about yourself will be what you tell yourself. Dr. Smiley Blandon said that fear is the most subtle and destructive of all human illnesses. Fear, it makes you ill. It kills hopes and dreams. It makes you depressed. It ages you and puts you into a hypnotic state. I'm suggesting you use that fear to catapult you into whatever you think you want to do, your dream, your hope. I also think that if you don't have a dream, it's a bit like driving a car. Imagine you need a postcode so you know where you're going. If you didn't have a postcode, you'd be driving aimlessly up and down the road, not knowing where you want to be. So get yourself a postcode. Know what your dream is. We were all given a purpose. You know, people ask me, how do you know what your purpose is? Can I suggest? Get yourself a piece of paper. Fold the paper so you have two sides. On one side, let me suggest you write down 7 things that you enjoy, 7 things that make you want to get up and, yes, this is what I'm going to do. 7 things that are doable. You know they're doable because you have it within you. On the other side, write down the things that are attainable to get to the 7 things. I'll give you an example. On one side, I would write the thing that I really enjoy doing, talking, motivational speaking. So on the other side, what do I like? I like helping people. I like lifting people's spirits, and I like to talk. So that was the main thing, my dream. That's what I would suggest to you, because no one deserves anything more than you. You have to do it for you. No one drop of your self-worth, your self-esteem is taken from anybody else's opinion or what they think about you. Stay in your own lane. Don't look left or right. Do what you need to do for you and keep shining. Thank you.
Wow, Valerie. Wow, how powerful. I'm making all my notes here. Wow. I love that. That was just like, yeah, I'm ready to move forward. I mean, fear,
Yeah.
false evidence appearing real. And you're so right. Fear can just hold us back. And it's like, why are we going to let fear hold us back? And I love this when you said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. That is just so true. And blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Sorry, I've just taken all these notes and I'm like thinking, but they're just so powerful. Believe in yourself. Your dreams, they're your dreams. They're your dreams. So go and grab them. They're yours. They're not anybody else's. Stay in your own lane. Wow. Are you inspired? I'm inspired. This is just fantastic. And aren't we lucky? We are so lucky because you are getting entertained like this and you don't have to go anywhere. You just need to sit down in front of that computer or your phone with a pad and a drink and just chill and be inspired. Wow. Thank you so much, Valerie. Our next speaker, because it's not over yet. Our next speaker. Woo-woo! We've got Karom Naylor in the house. Wow, Karom Naylor is, well, he was born in Jamaica and he now lives in Canada. Karom is a motivational speaker, an inspirational speaker, a personal coach, and he is here to deliver his message to you. Stand tall and grow. Karom Naylor, take the stage.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that introduction, Leslie. I really appreciate it. And thanks for the last two speakers. They have said it all. I don't need to come here to say anything, but I'm just going to give additions in what they have said. Okay. So stand tall and grow. First, I want you to take the time out to listen to these words. Stand tall and grow. What does these words really mean to you as an individual? Stand tall and grow. Stand tall speaks about confidence. Yes, just by you standing tall, it speaks about confidence. And growth speaks about progress. Growth speaks about moving forward, progressing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take the time out to tell you that you are in a treat. You're in for a treat today. Not just from me, but we have over 3 to 4 other speakers left, and they are going to amuse your mental capacity with some wonderful encouraging words, how we can stand tall, but not stay just tall, but keep moving, keep progressing, keep advancing. Take the time out to look where you are in life. Please, look where you are in life today, right now. Then look back in retrospect. Look back and tomorrow. Where were you tomorrow? Where you were tomorrow and where you are today. Okay, so in the middle, there's a gap. You're going to use the gap to evaluate yesterday versus today. You are going to use in the gap to evaluate yesterday. What person I was yesterday and who am I become today. If you realize that you were tough than yesterday, you realize that you are declining, my friend. You're not growing. You may be stand tall, but you're not advancing. So I am going to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Each time you move forward in life, or each time you're going through a channel in life, you need to stop sometime and assess your situation, assess yourself. You need to stop and take a deep breath and say, okay, yes, I've been moving, but okay, let me look back on my journey. Let me look back where I was coming from, and let me look where I am at now. If you can realize that where you are now is far better than where you were yesterday, then you realize that you are progressing, my friend. Then you realize that you are not just standing tall, but you're growing, you're moving. Growth is very important. Okay, not because you are doing a lot, it doesn't mean that you're getting a lot done. And I want to repeat, not because you are doing a lot doesn't mean that you're getting a lot done. And I don't want you to confuse movement with success. I was going to say with growth, but all of us can grow. But are we succeeding? Are we accomplishing those objectives? So I am going to encourage you, in the midst of the storm, grow through what you're going through. And I want you to take note of that. I want you to take a valid note of this one. Grow through what you are going through. Be like that eagle. The eagle is the only bird. When the eagle sees the storm coming, you know what the eagle does? He heads straight into the storm because the eagle uses storm as an advantage to rise higher, and then he can have a better view. So I'm going to tell you today, be that eagle. Don't run from the storm. Do not run from your catastrophe. Do not run from your struggle. Use it as an advantage. I keep saying this and I'm going to say it again because we are in the time, COVID-19. Stand tall in COVID-19, but most importantly, grow in COVID-19. How can you do that? How can we grow in such a pandemic? Lives have been lost. Lives have been hospitalized. Mentally, people have been mentally declined. Socially, we have more domestic violence. How can we grow as an individual in this pandemic? I am going to tell you, again, take the time out. Sometimes you need to relax, meditate. Sometimes we need to take the time out to just relax and meditate and just look within ourselves. That's the only thing. Don't look on the surface, but look in within ourselves and tell ourselves, okay, in COVID-19, it gives me a lot of time that I can utilize, time that I can use, even if I'm not working, but I can work on myself. Even if I'm not employed to somebody, but I can employ to myself. Sometimes we need to fire our boss to hire ourselves. Sometimes we need to fire that boss to hire our own self as the employer and as our own employee. So COVID-19, I think that COVID-19 can be an asset for the living. I'm not talking about the dead. For the living, I believe strongly, firmly, and intensively believe that COVID-19 can be a blessing. Okay, for example, I told someone the other day, in COVID-19, I have accomplished far more than my last 3 years. Far more than my last 3 years. Yet, COVID-19 is a storm. It's an aggressive storm which is taking lives and hospitalized lives. It is out there. It's in front of us. Social distancing, we're not partaking in certain activities, but I can tell you, my friend, we can use COVID-19 to equip ourselves with the necessities, with the right tools for us to be a driving force towards our growth, towards our success. Look into yourself, identify your shortcomings, work on them. Work on your shortcomings, maximize them, give strength to your weakness. And how can you do that? Take the time out. Take the time out to look in yourself and do research. We have something is working for us which we have never imagined before. Our great-great-grandparents have never imagined this. Technology. That's the new name of the new age. Technology. I had a friend told me, you have never been to high school, never. And if you listen, the reason, the intellect of his mental capacity. You would even think to yourself if he's a professor, because he took the time out to work on himself. Because you are an asset. You are not a liability. You are an asset. And until you see that you're an asset, then you are going to value yourself. See yourself as a walking business, because that is what you are. You are a walking business. Work on your image. But most importantly, work on that inner being within you, because your image is superficial, but your inner being is profound. Your image is the gateway for people to see what is lie within you. Both of them work in conjunction. Both of them work with each other. Both of them complement each other well. A man will look at you and like you just because your appearance, just because your smile, just because the words that you utter from your mouth, which is very superficial, which is just on the surface. It's just your image. But I can tell you, if you are one of the most sophisticated, if you are one of the most intelligent, intellectual person, but your images stink, hello, that person will not want to dig deeper to find your goodies, my friend. I can tell you that for sure. He will never be enticed. He will never be encouraged to dig deeper to find that treasure that you have within you. So again, both of them work in conjunction. Your image, but also when that person gets close and want to get deeper or to find the goodies inside of you, make sure that you're ready. Make sure you already equip yourself with the necessities to show that person that, yes, I am the man you want. I am that person. I will be that driving force. I will be that assertive person. We are parents today, or most of us are planning on being parents, but try to live an example for our kids can follow. We have to plan to do the things that other people are not doing to get ahead in life. This world is competitive, and I keep saying that, but it's true. It is competitive. It's just like when you were entered into your mother's womb. It was a competitive race you ran and won. Over 2 million people you ran with. Hello? Over 2 million people. Now we have 100 meters. Usain Bolt is just running maximum 8 people. Maximum 8 people. But guess what? He's the world's fastest sprinter in the world. But you, my friend, have won a race. When your mom conceived with you, you have won a race. Not only that, the race that you won, the ground was so acidic. Many have lost their lives. Many have tangled up. Many have faltered, but you keep going. You keep going. You keep going. You keep going towards that objective. You keep going towards that target. You keep going towards that force. And you made it. You made it. You made it into that. You made it into that area. And not only that, your mom gave birth to you. That's another success, my friend. She gave birth to you. So out of 2 million people, you came on this earth as a winner. So see yourself as an asset, not a liability. Work on yourself. Take the time out to develop that person within you. Market yourself. See yourself as a product. It's just like walking inside the store. You're looking at a product. You only see the bottle. And you see maybe the liquid inside the bottle. You don't know what is in it. But guess what? You look at the ingredients to see. Yeah. Yes, this is what I want. It has all the ingredients. But look at it. And look at it more deeper. The bottle, if the bottle doesn't look enticing, if the bottle is not clean, if it looks like a garbage, even if you have some of the most significant ingredients in this bottle, more than likely, your product will not be sold. Your product will not be sold, my friend. So see yourself as a product. Create those ingredients within you. and put yourself out there on the shelf for the right buyer to buy it. He will be gullible to buy it because your product is equipped with all the necessities, all the right ingredients that you really want. Ladies and gentlemen, I know life is rough. Life is tough. But you know what? We have to fight the good fight and we have to keep moving. It is not how hard we can get hit, but it's how hard we can take it and keep moving. It's so hard we can take it and keep moving. And that is growth. And that is my story. And I am sticking to it, ladies and gentlemen. Have yourself a blessed day. Thank you.
Woo! Wow, Carol, thank you so much. And also, I've been taking notes. It's like, keep on moving. Yeah, that's so true. Keep on moving forward. What you are going through, you will grow through. I love that. And that is so true. That is just so nice. And you are your walking business. Wow. You know, that is just, yeah. Relax, meditate, self-care, self-love. We all need to do it. We all need to do it. Find the confidence. Stand up and grow. That was Karome's interpretation. And that was so powerful. So powerful. Thank you so much, Karome. Yeah, brilliant. Wow, guys. Are we lucky? We are so lucky. And we haven't finished yet. No, we've got more. We've got 2 more speakers because it looks like our 7th speaker, he hasn't turned up at the moment, and I have been trying to contact him. So yes, he hasn't responded. So he must be having some technical difficulties because he's from Jamaica. So yeah, he's having difficulties, but never mind. We are still here. We've got 2 more speakers for you. And our next speaker is Keisha Ade Swaby. I always get her name wrong, but tonight I've got that right. Keisha Ade Swaby. Keisha is a radio presenter. She is a motivational and inspirational speaker. I could go on forever with Keisha actually, because Keisha has done a degree and she's doing a master's. Keisha is also dyslexic. Okay, so she is just a real inspiration to us all. So please welcome Keisha. Thank you, Keisha.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Hope you can hear me okay. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. This is the second one of our 7 Global Power Speakers event, and I am so honored to have these amazing guys. Thank you so much, Bev. Thank you so much, Valerie, and also Karome. And I know that we're going to be blessed with knowledge as well. We're going to be blessed with knowledge. Yes, that's our last speaker. So it's going to be amazing. So today I want to talk to you about your comfort zone. I want to talk to you about your comfort zone. I'm going to tell you a little story about my comfort zone. And anything I'm about to tell you today is not to impress you, but to impress upon you what you too can achieve. So I was stuck in this job. I was in this job. It was my dream job. I absolutely loved it. This job allowed me to travel to places that I never would have been. I've traveled around the UK, England, Scotland, Wales, all over. However, there comes a time in your life when you just feel that this is not fulfilling you anymore. You feel that it's time to move on. You feel like you're not living your purpose. But you know what? On top of all these feelings that you have, you always be brought back to remember that you have responsibilities like bills to pay. That is such a big thing where we get stuck in that job. We want to leave. We can't leave. We want to go. We don't want to go. We're worried about the opinions of people, or worried about the opinions of others, what they're going to think about me. I was in that place. But because this job wasn't fulfilling me anymore, it was making me ill. It was making me sick every goddamn day. And you know, I thought, this is time. I have to do something about it. I have to do something. If something's affecting your health in such a big way, you have to make that decision. You have to step out of that zone. Step out of that bondage that you're in. Because I know there's some of you who are listening out there who are in a job and you're stuck. You feel stuck. You feel like you can't move. You feel shackled to that desk. You feel shackled to that office. You feel shackled to that shop, wherever it is that you may be. But you know why you're feeling shackled? You know why you're feeling trapped? Because it is your comfort zone. And you feel comfortable in that zone. You feel so comfortable that you just don't want to move. You just want to stay there and think, oh, this is all great and whatever. But deep down, it is taking you to your grave. That was me. In 2016, when I was going through institutional racism, I was going through bullying. I was dyslexic as I am, as dyspraxic, which I didn't know at the time. I was in that job, but you know what? I had to make that decision to step out of that comfort zone and to step away from the shackles of that desk. Every day I was going in, stuck behind this desk, just getting along, just getting by, just doing what I need to do. But there was more out there calling me. There was a calling for me to stand tall and grow. When I left that job in 2016, it's like I opened a whole new world. I have people on this call who know that at that time in my life, it was a decision that I had to make. It was hard because I've got 4 children, I've got a husband, I've got a household, I've got everything, you know, that I had to think about. But I had to think about me and my health. I had to step out that zone. So when I stepped out in 2016, my life changed. In every sense, it changed. The opportunities that came to me, the people that I met, the network that I'm involved in, everything absolutely changed. So 2016, when I stepped out and started my degree, I started from the bottom. I started my foundation degree, and then I progressed on to doing my BSc. And then when I was doing my BSc, that was another life-changing situation. So I'm trying to show you that if I had stayed in that role, all of those opportunities, all of those new networks, all of those new people that are now in my life, I would still be stuck in that same place because of my comfort zone. And in 2016, when I found out that, 2 years after that, I found out that I was dyslexic and dyspraxic. If I had stayed in that job in the local government, I would never have been diagnosed, because I would continue to struggle in that job with no help and no support. So when I found that out, my life, everything made sense. Everything fell into place. Everything started to change for me. So this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. There are many of you out there who are just stuck in that zone. I am telling you, step out of that zone. The magic happens out of that little box that you've got there, that little circle that you're trying to fit into. You know, a square cannot fit in a circled hole. You are different. You're born for a greater purpose than what you're doing there now. If you're feeling unfulfilled, if you're feeling unsatisfied, if you're feeling unchallenged, if you're feeling hopeless, it's time to make that change. It's time for you to stand up and grow tall. Stand up out of that situation. Stand up out of that relationship, whatever it is that you may be going through that is not serving your purpose. You need to just stand up and walk. Stand up tall and grow, because nothing, no magic is ever going to happen in that little zone that you call your little comfort zone. That's why it's called comfort zone, because you get in there and you feel comfortable. Everything is nice. You just feel, you know, oh no, I can't do that. No, oh, I'm too shy of doing that. Oh no, I could never do, oh no, I could never speak in front of a room of people. Oh no, I could never write this. I could never do this. There's so much things that you're telling yourself, so much lies. There's some lies. Stop lying to yourself. Stop telling yourself that you can't. Start telling yourself that you can. Get up every day and you say, you know what? I have something to do and I can do it. I can achieve it. I can believe in myself that I can get it because it's there for you. The abundance came for all of us. When you were born, you were gifted with some gift from God, and He is there. It's directing you. You just need to just follow. You just need to just take stock. As one of our speakers said, look from within. It's really superficial just looking on the surface. Look from within. And look at it, what it is that's holding you in those comfort zones. Look what it is that what is it you're scared of? Sit down and write yourself a little note. Get a notebook and a pen. Write down the things that you're scared of. Write down the things that you believe you can't do. And replace those can't with I can and I will. Your comfort zone is that what it is, just your comfort zone. You ain't going to go anywhere unless you make that change, unless you stand tall and grow. You need to just take time and reevaluate what you're going through. We're going through a traumatic time right now for everyone. And as the speakers have been saying to you, this is our time to really stand tall and appreciate the things that you want to achieve, your goals, your dreams, everything. So many people have evolved from this period. So many people have started a business. So many people have written that book that's been burning inside of them. So many people have left that job, walk out of that role and started doing their own thing now. Because that's what you have to do. Fire that boss and hire yourself, was what the Quran said. Fire them. Because they're not serving your purpose. You're never ever going to achieve your dreams and goals being that employee, being told every day what to do by somebody else. You need to start telling yourself what you need to do. Stop listening to these people. And another thing is other people's opinions. Stop it. Stop listening to people's opinions. Their opinion will not pay your bill. I'd like to see you try and take their opinion and take it to British Gas, take it to Eon, take it to whoever you pay your bill to, take it to Asda actually, to go and buy your grocery on a Friday or a Saturday. See how much you're going to get for that. Stop listening to people. Everyone has got their own lives to live. You have been given your life. It's nobody's business what you want to do with your life. It should be nobody else's business. What you want to do with your life, that's been placed in your heart for you. So go out there, guys, achieve those goals, go after those purposes, and just get over those challenges that you're going through. Stand tall and grow. And I've got a beautiful quote for you just to end with. And it says, the hardest thing to do is leaving your comfort zone, but you have to let go of the life you are familiar with and take the risk to live the life you dream about. Think about that one. Your dream life ain't going to be in that comfort zone. Without you stepping out, that dream life is going to pass you by and you're going to die with it. You're going to die with that dream. You're going to die with that goal. You're going to die with that book. You're going to die with that invention. You're going to die with that idea. And it's never going to come to fruition. So go out there, stand tall and grow. And this is my message. And I'm sticking to it today. Thank you.
I gotta get rid of, whoa, Keisha, wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Keisha. I mean, yes. Live your life. It's your dream. It's your purpose. Step out of your comfort zone. Why are you staying in your comfort zone? Get yourself out. And like Keisha said, once you're stuck in that place and you don't venture out, you're just there. You can't grow. You can't grow. And then if Keisha had stayed there, we would have never have met. We won't be here on this platform now. So you've got to take that chance on yourself. If there's something what's burning away, like Keisha said, go and take a chance on yourself. Start new networking. If Keisha hadn't have done that and she had stayed in that job for 16 years where she wouldn't have known she was dyslexic, dyspraxia. She wouldn't have known that. She would have carried on struggling. So, you know, you've got to take a chance on yourself. And you know you've got something inside of you what you really want to do. I know for me, there was something what I really wanted to do when you're working your 9-to-5 job. And I was like, I want to do something else, but I don't know what that something else is. But I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to step out of my comfort zone. And it's been amazing. Living the best life ever. Meeting all these beautiful, wonderful, inspiring people. Living here in Manchester. Being at university. Really? My sons are like, who the hell are you, Mum? Where have you gone? Who's this new woman? Believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it. Take a chance on yourself. Stand tall and grow. That is just so powerful. Don't doubt yourself. Don't listen to other people's opinions. Do you for you. Don't worry about nobody else. I say, I am enough. I am powerful. I am beautiful. I am courageous. I am ready. Come on. Come and join us over here. Don't sit back. What are you sitting back for? Stand tall and grow. Woo! Wow! Wow. This is just brilliant. This is just brilliant. Right, so I've had news from our 7th speaker, and he is not going to be attending this evening, which is such a shame, but he sends his apologies to you all. But our final speaker, we have knowledge. So let me tell you something about knowledge. Let me tell you, because first of all, I want to pronounce his surname. That is my task. And, you know, I've got all these papers all around me. And where's Knowledge's paper? Here he is. So, no, I'm not even going to try because I don't want to get it wrong, because I just think that's just so rude. But there is a word but I've got to say. Knowledge is a statistical, have I pronounced that correctly, knowledge? And the founder of Insight for Real. And he is going to give us his interpretation of stand tall and grow. So please welcome Knowledge to the stage. Thank you, everybody.
Hello, everyone. I want to say thank you, a big thank you for joining us today and staying true to this very minute. I won't take much of your time. I could share my story with you, but my message today is not in my story. I do have a message in my story, but the message today, it's not within. I want to talk to you today about stand tall and grow, which is our key topic. Now, it is often the case. You see, one of the reasons we struggle to attain the level of growth we desire in life is down to our inability to realize that we're born unique, that we're born to stand out and stand tall. Growth comes from within, from a place of strength and uniqueness. You see, Abraham Maslow once said, life is about growth, and you can either push boundaries and grow, or relegate yourself to a place you call your comfort zone. You know, Keisha has just spoken to us about the dangers of remaining in your comfort zone. It was John Maxwell who said, if we are actually growing, then we will always be out of our comfort zone. Growth is never born out of a place of your comfort zone. Growth is born from a place of discomfort and sometimes pain. The sort of pain and discomfort that forces you to make the necessary changes you require and desire in your life. You see, most people dread the very idea of change, the fear of the unknown. And unfortunately, life is constantly changing, dropping us in new and uncharted territory, forcing us out of our comfort zone, presenting us with opportunities to grow and reinvent ourselves, opportunities to remain relevant. Tony Robbins once said, Until the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of changing, most people would not make that required move to change. Whilst this is true for many, this does not have to become your reality. You can develop the desire and hunger to grow without being conditioned by pain and discomfort. If you want to grow in life, you must be willing to change. You must develop the willingness and ability to change your views and perception towards life's challenges. Life is about growth. If you aspire to be relevant in life, then you must seek to grow. If you want to be acknowledged and valued in life, then you must seek to develop yourself and grow. Because if you refuse to grow in life, others will outgrow you. And you will end up just like a seed refusing to grow, but sitting amongst trees in a forest, never to be seen or recognized. Sometimes the pain of adversity is the same pain we need to propel us to growth. And when you do not understand the purpose of the pain, you will not maximize it. It is often the default reaction of most people to point fingers and seek to blame others for the painful experience they go through in life, rather than seeking to ensure that they never find themselves in that same position, thereby forcing themselves to grow. It is important that you grow through that which you go through in life. Because if you do not grow through that which you go through in life, it will stay in your face until it brings you disgrace. You've got to pull yourself up and grow through the pain and through the stress. I'd like to encourage you today to stand tall in your place of strength and uniqueness and grow through the challenges life brings your way. Because that which one person calls adversity is also deemed as opportunity. Depends on the side of the coin you decide to look through. Thank you.
Whoa. Oh, thank you so much, Knowledge. Let me just change things. Oh, my computer's gone funny. Hang on a minute. I'm going to... Yes. Thank you so much, Knowledge. Wow. Woo. I am so inspired. Grow through or it will stay in your face. I love that. Step out of your comfort zone. What are you waiting for? Come on, challenge yourself, reinvent, reprogram. You can do it. That is our message. Once you stay in that comfort zone, that's it. You know what it's like to stay there. It's just living that normal life. But once you step out of it and see other things, it's just amazing. It's just so nice. Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So that is it. That is all our speakers. Let's hear from all our speakers. In fact, first of all, let me just say thank you so much. Somebody did text me and say, Leslie, you might have your name on the Zoom, but you didn't tell everybody your name. So I just want to say, my name is Leslie O'Connor. Somebody texted me and told, I won't tell you. But yeah, somebody texted me and told me that. So sorry I didn't introduce myself, but my name is Leslie O'Connor and I'm a part of the Power Voice. So let me hear from our speakers. Who would like to go? Who we're talking to? So we've got to say, we can't just end it here. We've got to talk to our audience, and maybe should we get some comments, or what? How do you feel the evening went for you, Valerie? Brilliant speech.
I thought it went really good. I thought the evening, you know, we've got some great speakers. I always feel it's a pleasure to be around you guys. Like yourself, Keisha, I'm also dyslexic, but I don't mention that label. To me, it's just a label. It's not sticking. It's not sticking. It's, you know, I wish that I'd had this platform a while ago, because I think, you know, when you go through some things, it's nice to know that there are other people going through the same things as yourself, because you know, I feel that it gives you hope.
Yes.
It gives you hope.
Yes, definitely, definitely. And yourself, Beverly?
Okay, so I thought it was really good. In fact, I'm so thankful to everyone who's spoken. I tried to pick up nuggets, and I tried, because the thing about growth, it doesn't matter where you are. Like a flower, like a garden, there's different seasons, different times, different stages. And growth is something whereby if you're not growing, you're deteriorating. If you're not going forward, you're going back. And who wants to go back? Who wants to go back? Why not go forward? So from listening to the different nuggets from different people, I'm going to take that and I'm going to use it to water myself, because I know on the other side of my obedience, because I believe I'm called to speak, to inspire, to motivate, to help others to grow. And no matter what someone gets, it can always be a seed. It can always be a seed that you can use. Doesn't matter if it's little, doesn't matter if it's massive, it doesn't matter. Just taking something. Even, and I speak to everyone who's listening, even if you just take one word, even if you just take one word and let it resonate in the soul of your heart, it will make a difference. It will make a difference to you.
Absolutely.
Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself, and let us continue as speakers to challenge ourselves, so that the next time we're speaking, we're even more inspirational, even more powerful, and reaching even more people. Thank you to everyone.
No, excellent. Thank you so much, Beverly. But can I just say, actually, if anybody wanted to get in touch, how would they get in touch? Beverly, how would they get in touch? Would you be able to leave your details in the comments?
Yes, I could do that. I would do that.
Yeah, and Valerie, is that okay with you as well?
Sure, yes.
Yeah, okay. And knowledge. No, sorry, before I go to knowledge, let's go to Karan. How do you feel about the evening, Karan?
The evening, wonderful words. I can't find the adjective to use to describe the evening, because you know what? This is something that I love to do. You know, it's a part of my natural inclination. It's a part of my DNA. It's a part of me, you know. And from ever since I've known myself, from going to high school, I've been always giving pep talks, always giving motivation. The other day, someone on Facebook from high school, a matter of fact, two of them in two different cases. One of them said, Karam, you know what? From ever since I knew that you were going to be a speaker, as in a motivational speaker, you know? And even I remember I was in a class one time, and I was not the A student in class, but I was far from the Z student as well, you know? So there was this A student, sometimes he always seems down, you know? And I always used to be the one, go to that A student and always try to pump him. I said, come on, no, you have greatness within you, you know? You have, you know, and so this evening, it has been an honor for me to be here to share some of my words to the audience. And I am going to say this, like I said before, yourself is a #1 commodity, not even water, not even water, because without the human being, water wouldn't be useful. Not even water. So just look at yourself. And no matter what, one of our speakers said that Valerie, she said that, you know, get a piece of paper, fold it in half, you know, write some of the stuff that you really want in life. So sometimes we need to identify short-term goals and long-term goals, because a lot of people always set long-term goals. And when you set long-term goals, you realize that it is so hard to attain. because you're not working with the details. The details are the short-term goals, how to get to the long-term goals. And the short-term goal kind of equipped us in order to be firm and strong to manage long-term prospects, to manage long-term goals. A lot of us, we want the car, we want the house, we want whatever. Go to school, take your time and go to school, educate, sophisticate, and relocate your mindset into the right place before you get, because your education is going to prepare you to manage your success.
Absolutely.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you so much, Carol. Let's talk to Keisha, because it was Keisha's idea. This is Keisha's idea, who wanted to get voices together to deliver a message. So Keisha, wow, how do you feel about the evening?
Before I can say anything, I just want to say thank you to everyone. You know, when you put an event on, it's the little bits that goes on in the background that people don't see. You know, the little messages that we have to send and the things that we have to get put together, and the time that everyone has to dedicate to us meeting prior before the event, and also, you know, everyone coming on the actual day to present as well, you know, to give so much knowledge and inspiration to people out there who needs it right now. We all need that inspiration in our life. To create this it's been absolute honor, and I'm so glad that we have 7 of us that are just going with this, and we're just leading the way with it, because more than ever, as what the great man said, Les, our voice is needed. Our voice has to be heard. And as we were talking about earlier on about relating things and understanding that there's other people out there who are going through whatever you're going through, somebody has gone through it before. And without us sharing our information, our stories, and sharing what we've gone through, other people will not know that they can actually look to us for inspiration. So it's so important to share your story. You know, a lot of us have things within us that we don't even want to share with people. But until you open your mouth and say, you never know what that person, you could be just saving that person's life just by giving that message, just by them hearing, wow, because people look at me and they say, how can you be like this? And then you that. But, you know, if I don't share my story and tell people, they would never know. They would never have known that I was stuck in a job 17 years in the corporate world had I not shared that story to somebody. Yeah. You know, so guys, it's very important to use your voice to help others and inspire others. And I'm just gonna say, just to end, so grateful for the 7 of us. I know it's 6 of us today, but there's a 7 somewhere. And I just want to thank you again from the bottom of my heart for all your time, your dedication, for giving back to people. It's about giving back, and it's not about us anymore. It's about who we can help and who we can inspire. And once we understand that in life, that it's us now to lead the way, everything is okay.
Yay! Oh, thank you so much, Keisha. Wow, that was lovely. Thank you. And last words from Knowledge.
I want to thank our audience today. Thank you for sticking with us to this time. And I want to thank my colleagues, the 7 Global Power Voice colleagues. Life is all about territories. If you do not fight to expand your territories, life would expand it into that place which you call your comfort zone. You know, it is said that if you stop fighting for that which you want in life, that which you do not want will automatically take place. Now, you don't need weeds, don't need any encouragement to grow. They just naturally grow. Now, it's important that you continue to improve yourself so you can give, because you cannot pour out of an empty cup. Now, as we continue to prepare to minister and give to our friends and colleagues and everyone out there, in the same way you are improving yourself. You know, as in the words of Les Brown, we give a message out of our mess. It is not because we're perfect or we do not have problems in life, but it's because we realize that that's which you're going through, we have been through it. And we came through it on the other side, storming and growing through it. So we're trying to give you the keys to unlocking those issues so you can grow through the challenges that life throws your way. I want to encourage you to stick with us. Hopefully we'll be having another event soon. I believe every speaker here tonight have got their platform. Please subscribe to their channel, because if you do not feed yourself with the right stuff in life, you know, what you do not want will naturally creep into your mind, and the mind is the battleground. You know, the battles we face out there, we think we face out there, is really in the mind. Because if the soil has no problem, then the seed will definitely germinate and grow and bring forth fruits. So I encourage you to subscribe, feed your mind to the right with the right stuff daily. You know, meditate on his words day and night. His word have I hidden in my heart. You know, stick these words in your hearts. I encourage you to follow these guys and subscribe, because they've got things that would help you grow through stuff in life. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, guys.
Oh, thank you so much, Knowledge. That was lovely. And yeah, Knowledge is so right. You need to subscribe, where you're going to put all our details in the comments. And so then if you want to get in touch with anybody, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channels. Okay, so Keisha,
yeah, you can just shout out and acknowledge all the people that we have watching us at the moment. We've got Paula Taylor. She's been really engaging with us and commenting and interacting. We've got Eugene Jeffries as well.
Hi.
Yeah, so
thank you.
Marcella, I've got quite a few people on there. So I just want to say thank you for joining us and thank you for sticking with us.
Thank you so much. Well appreciated, really is. So yeah, I think that is the end of our event. So I hope you feel inspired. And if you do want to reach out to any of us, you know, just reach out to us. It's fine, because it is hard going through things when you want to make an impact, you want to grow, but you're scared to take that step because you are scared of that other person's opinion. You don't have to share it with them. Just focus on yourself. Write it all down, like Valerie said. Write it down. Make yourself a vision board and just focus on that. Okay. But thank you so much. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I have just taken absolutely loads away. And yeah, and that's it. So thank you so much, and bye everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Everyone, bye.